been away in Auckland for the week working. Got home yesterday and it's good to be back. Seeing friends and family again is nice, even though it's only been a week. It's nice to be back in the familiar, sleeping in my own bed or wandering familiar streets. As my life gets less and less rudimented and scheduled, I treasure the small moments of familiarity and comfort. The trip was good, filled with great music and great people, but didn't feel quite right writing and playing so much pop music. It's just not where my talents lie. I found myself wondering that if I was playing music or playing with people that were a little closer to home, that maybe I would really love it. The trip wasn't just filled with work though. I caught up with some friends too. Between sessions and meetings on the trip, I found myself with a whole day off in the middle of the week. I'd planned to see Chris while I was in town and we were both keen to get into nature. So we planned to do the Motu Taperi hut walk, a few hours drive away, southeast of Auckland. The weather was forecast to be raining, and raining it was. I wasn't excited about the prospect of walking for 6 hours in the rain. The online trail guide was very forthcoming about the track's stunning summer views and native bush, however not so candid about the track's 72 streams and muddy path that take over in the wet season. After 10 minutes of walking, I was cold and wet. The trail was all steep hills, thick bush and soaked ground. Worst of all, we were walking in a huge circle. We weren't going anywhere, and yet as we kept walking, I found myself unaccountably and extraordinarily happy. Chris said to me at one point, "This is so much more sensational than it would be in good weather." He meant it literally. Our senses were engaged, not just sight and touch and so on, but also balance. The conditions and terrain weren't especially dangerous, but they did require caution and care. On the walk, I was reminded that nature is not something I visit, but something I'm always a part of. We did talk about family and the trail, about how wet our feet were and about how our lives had changed since we'd last seen each other. We had both recently lost loved ones and had relationship issues to boot. We talked about music, the future, and even a bit about the meaning of life. But mostly we just walked in companionable silence, which I think might be the meaning of life. To be alongside the people you love, fording the streams and climbing the hills together. Sometimes talking along the way, but mostly just travelling together in companionable silence.